Hello students. Today we will be discussing about introduction to management. Actually this subject is for BBA students of first semester. We have the subject by name Principles of Management. In Principles of Management, the first unit is Introduction to Management. Students here, what are the learning objectives? Let us have a clear idea what we will be learning in this lesson. We will be discussing about meaning, definition, concept and scope of management. We will be discussing about principles of management and evolution of management thought. Various management theories we will be studying, and management as an art, science and profession that we will be studying, and we will be discussing about process and levels of management, and also we discuss regarding the functions of management. Just to have an introduction, this is very what we call management is the art of getting things done through and with the people. So management is nothing but it is getting things done through with the people in formally organized groups. Management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals work together in groups efficiently and accomplish selected goals or aims. So, management is purposeful, goal directed activity, and it concerns with the accomplishment of objectives with and through the efforts of others. So we require some individuals, they have to work, and they have to work in such a way that the desired output, the desired goal, the desired aim has to be fulfilled. Management's presence is felt in the form of results. How can we see in the by increase in productivity? We can see the discipline of the workers, discipline of the employees. We can see the enthusiasm among the employees, and management creates teamwork and coordination among the specified efforts. Management is indispensable in all organizations. Each and every organization, it requires management, and all organizations, whether it is a business firm, a government, an educational institution, a hospital, everywhere management role is very, very important. So therefore management is a creative force which helps in the optimum utilization of resources like men, material, money, machinery, etc. Management acts as one of the factors of production in addition to land, labor and capital. Optimum utilization of men, material, money, machinery and methods greatly relies upon the quality of management. It is the main function of management to frame the goals, objectives and policies for the organization. Management is the rule making, rule enforcing body. Management is the network of relationships of superiors and subordinates where people are integrated through authority relationships. Okay, next let us go, and here in the introduction to management in the first lesson I want to concentrate much on the terminology. What are the new terms which we come across in this particular unit? So let us have an idea about the management. Okay, so here what is management, what is communication, such type of words we come across in one by one. Okay, I will be discussing and explaining you about that particular word. Okay, so now let us have an idea about management, the term management. Here, if you see the definition given by Kuhns, okay, Harold Kuhns. According to Harold, management is the art of getting things done through and with help of people in formally organized groups. So, according to Kuhns, it is the art of getting things done through and with the help of people in formally organized groups. So, in a team, as a group, the individual will be working, and we see that the work is completed, the things are, whatever task is given, it is fulfilled by the individuals. As a team, they will be working, and they see that the whatever actions or whatever the activities they have to complete, they will be completing them. The task will be completed. Okay, and we have another person by name Parker. Okay, according to Mary Parker Follett, management is the art of getting things done through others. So it is as a manager, the management role is to see that the work is accomplished through others. You have to give the task and see that the work is completed. According to Taylor, F.W. Taylor, management is the art of coordination of all resources. You have to coordinate all the resources through the process of planning, organizing, directing, controlling in order to obtain stated objectives. So these they play a very important, how you are planning, how you are organizing the resources, how you are directing them, how you are controlling, such that your objectives, whatever objectives you have, that should be fulfilled. So it is the art of coordination of all resources. Management is nothing but art of coordination of all resources by means of planning, organizing, directing and controlling. This is according to F.W. Taylor. And we have another person by name Henry Fayol. According to Fayol, to manage is to forecast and plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and to control. So according to Fayol, management is nothing but you have to forecast your plan, you have to organize, you have to command, you have to coordinate and to control. So that is regarding management definition by the experts like Kuhns. We have Parker Follett, according to Taylor and Fayol. Okay, next we have another term by name communication. This is also very important term. As we know, communication is the nervous system of an organization. So how for a human body, the nervous system plays a very, very important role. Similarly, for an organization, the important role is communication. So the communication is very important element of an organization. It serves as a common thread for management processes. Whatever is taking place, so it is all because of the communication. Okay, so as a nervous system to a body, communication is an integrating system of an organization. One of the writer describes communication as the lifeblood to an organization. So it is like a lifeblood. So for a human being, the blood is very, very important. Similarly, the communication plays a very, very important role in organization. Identifies that no organization can think of its existence without effective communication. So if there is no communication, you can't there is no existence of an organization. Here we can have the definition by William Scott. Communication in organization is defined as a process which involves the transmission and accurate replication of ideas ensured by feedback for the purpose of eliciting actions which will accomplish organizational goals. Very clear definition. According to Scott, communication is nothing but it is defined as a process which involves the transmission and accurate replication of ideas. See, this is very important. ideas, how you communicate the ideas, and how you receive the feedback, and such that the actions are taken place, and you have to see that your organization goals are accomplished. So communication is a very very important system in an organization. So this is about the communication. Okay, next we have another important concept which we have to learn in this unit is regarding management as a profession. Okay, here with a figure, I can explain it in a very detailed way. What are the features of profession? See, there are five factors are there. One is a systematic body of knowledge. What are the professional associations associated with the profession? What is the restricted entry? What is the code of conduct for members? Service motto. So these are the things which play a very very important role with respect to management as a profession. Okay, so here we can see this one. Profession means occupation which is usually practiced by professionals. We have lawyers, doctors, engineers. Here what happens now, special knowledge for solving problems and handling tasks is required for carrying out a specific profession. So here what happens now, as a professional person, he has some special knowledge. Okay, so and he handles different tasks and which are related to the profession. Okay, so here we have a definition by Roscoe Pound. According to Roscoe Pound, profession is defined as a group pursuing a learned art as a common calling in the spirit of public service. So it is nothing but it's a learned art as a common calling in the spirit of public service. So as a service oriented person, as we will be serving the public, it is a learned art, and we have to we have to do the task in such a way. As a specialist, we have to be completing the task with that professional ethics, etc. And if you go and see the dictionary, Webster, according to Webster defined profession, it is nothing but a vocation. It requires advanced training and usually involves what we call manual work, okay, engineering, medicine, law. See here what happens now, some we require it involves some mental work, and also it is a manual work is required. For example, if you take the professions like teaching, engineering, medicine, law, here it's an advanced training. They have done some advanced training, graduation plus some specialized training, advanced training, then only they become a professional. Okay, so this is about the management as a profession. So these are the points which we have to keep it in mind. The service motto is very important. We have some code of ethics are there, and something, and everyone we can't become a professional. Some okay, we have to acquire that particular degree, and we are associated with some professional bodies also, just like chartered accountants, lawyers, engineers. They have a professional body. They have their own associations. Okay, and it's a systematic body of knowledge. Okay, so this is regarding the management as a profession. And we have another term by name scalar chain. This is also a very important concept. Scalar chain suggests that each communication going up or coming down must flow through each position in the line of authority. It can be short circuited only in special circumstances when its rigid following would be harmful to the organization. For this purpose, Fayol has suggested a gangplank, which is used to prevent the scalar chain from obstruction. Okay, so this is a scalar chain is the formal line of authority which moves from highest to lowest rank in a straight line. The chain specifies the route through which the information is to be communicated to the desired location or to the desired person. Okay, so that is regarding the scalar chain. We have another term by name unity of command. Here, it is one of the most important principles of management by Fayol. It means that a person should get orders and instructions from only one superior. Fayol has considered unity of command as an important aspect in managing an organization. If a unity of command is violated, then authority would be undermined, discipline would be in danger, order gets disturbed, and stability will get threatened. So, according to the principle of unity of command, one boss is responsible for one employee. A single employee cannot work under the authority of multiple bosses. Only one boss has authority over an employee. In case if an employee is given orders from more than one boss, he fails to fulfill his duty and obligation. In this situation, failure is caused due to the confusion which is arising from orders from different bosses. So, therefore, this principle states that an individual should get orders from a single superior so that he does not get confused and can discharge his duties effectively. So, this is regarding the unity of command. Next, we have another concept which is called just like we have two persons, as you know, scientific management is proposed by Taylor, and we have an administrative theory which is proposed by Fayol. Just we have for an idea, what are the differences between this Taylor's theory and Fayol's theory? Let us take some 4 to 5 points and let us have an idea what are the differences or how can we distinguish between a scientific management theory of Taylor and administrative theory of Fayol. So this is so that you get some idea, and in detail we can study in our coming classes. So here, as you all know, Taylor's theory regarding personality, if you take, Taylor was a great scientist and is popularly known as a father of scientific management. Okay, so Taylor is the father of scientific management and is a great scientist. When you look at Fayol, if Fayol was a practitioner and he is popularly known as a father of modern management, whatever management which we are studying now is the father of modern management, Fayol. And if you take the concept of aim, what is the aim of Taylor or what is the aim of Fayol? Aim. The main aim of scientific theory was to increase the productivity of management. All the time the scientific management focuses on the productivity. Whereas in case of administrative theory, you see that Fayol's concept was to develop a complete process of administration by practicing the management principles. So we have to practice, we have to put the principles into practice, and we have to see that the complete process of administration has to take place by means of practicing. So he has focused on administration by management principles and concentration. Taylor emphasizes much on technical aspects of the job, the technical aspects, and whereas Fayol, he emphasizes on the administrative aspects of the job, how to do the job in a more administrative way. Taylor focuses on the technical aspect and Fayol emphasizes much on administrative aspects of the job. And if you see the theory, what are the differences between the scientific theory and administrative theory? In scientific theory, which is proposed by Taylor, principle of scientific management with the help of experimentation and observation. So much is we focus on the experiments and also on the observation techniques. Whereas in case of Fayol, he propounds his theory of modern management with the help of personal experiences. So he gives much importance to the personal experiences. And what is the method used in scientific management? In scientific management, the methods which are used are techniques related to management. And all these techniques are scientific methods and techniques. Whereas in administrative theory of Fayol, we use much personal experiences in the form of universal principles of management. And advantage. Taylor's theory helps in simplifying the working pattern. So as it is more what we call scientific oriented, so he concentrates on the simplifying process of the work, and also much is focused on the productivity. Okay, how we can increase the productivity. That is the advantage in Taylor's theory. When we come to Fayol's theory, here the advantage is the theory is much focused on certain principles to improve the administrative system. How we can strengthen the administration system, how we can improve the administrative system is done by Fayol. Okay. Similarly, let difference between management and administration. Here, as you all know, management is nothing but it is a process of developing and maintaining an environment in which individuals work together in groups for attaining the organizational objectives. In the beginning also we have discussed about the management definition. It is nothing but it's a process of developing and maintaining an environment in which individuals work together in groups for attaining the organizational objectives. If you take the definition of or the meaning of administration, it mainly deals with the formulation of corporate policy and the coordination of all the functional areas. So we have a policy and we formulate a policy and we want to see that it is implemented, and with the help of coordination of all the functional areas we will be working. So that is the administration. And regarding the functions of management or functions of administration, management functions, they are all the related to the policies for attaining organizational objectives. At the beginning, we have certain objectives of the organization, and the management's role is to see that these policies for attaining the organizational objectives. How far we are able to use these policies to achieve our organizational objectives. It is the what we call function of the management. Whereas the function of administration designs the objectives and policies of the organization. So it is the administration which design the objectives and also the policies of the organization. And the scope, management implements the policies, so it is considered as an execution function. So always management is an execution function, whereas administration is a directing function. So administration provides adequate direction and is considered as a directing function. And if you see the nature, management is nothing but art and science, whereas administration is nothing but legislative and also determinative. So it is all the legal aspects, legislative aspects we can come across in the administration, whereas in the case of management it is all regarding the art and science. Okay, next let us go to the other slide. We have importance of management. Okay, so here just for an idea, management, it helps in achieving our group goals. It arranges the factors of production, assembles and organizes the resources. integrates the resources in an effective manner to achieve goals. So here, if you see the importance of management, management helps in optimum utilization of resources and avoids wastage. This is very, very important point which we have to keep it in mind. So the highlight, the important point of management in any organization is how best you are using the resources and how you are able to avoid the wastage. And next point which we can discuss about the importance of management is effective leadership and motivation. So always the management has to ensure that there is effective leadership exists, and also the employees or the workers, they have to motivate themselves. Okay, so the motivation parts is very, very essential. As a worker, how best I am motivated, or as an employee of this organization, how best I am motivated, how self-motivated I am, that is very important. So the motivation plays a very important role, and also the leadership plays a very important role for an what we call in the significance of management. Next important one is how best you are able to reduce the industrial conflicts. And you have to build a good industrial relationship. That is very important. You have to overcome the conflicts, and you have to see that good relationship exists among the members of the organization. And management helps in achieving the objectives of an organization, as it is goal oriented in nature. So always management it focuses on how best we can achieve the objectives of the organization, and always it is a goal oriented in nature. Management enhances the standard of living of the employees. So if I am able to do my work properly, if I am able to complete the task in time, and our goals of the organizations are able to meet in time, and our productivity is increasing, we are getting profits, automatically the living standards of the employees will improve. Management forecasts the future of an organization and takes appropriate actions for further improvements. So always we should have a think ahead, and we have to see that appropriate actions are taken, and also how best we can improve further. That is also very important. And management is the lifeblood of an organization. According to Drucker, it is management is a lifeblood for the organization. Management makes group efforts more effective in nature. So it's all group efforts. The group efforts towards achievement of predetermined goals. Okay, so that is regarding the concept of importance of management. And we have another concept which is systems theory and contingency theory. Here also I will be discussing some 4 to 5 points such that you will have an idea what are how we can differentiate this systems theory and the contingency theory. See, if you take the systems theory, this approach defines the interdependencies between systems and subsystems. So here we have systems and subsystems, and how they are interdependent. That is the concept of systems theory. Whereas in contingency theory, this approach attempts to find nature of interdependencies between different parts of an organization. So how so many in the organization, how everything is interdependent. So different parts of the organization we will be studying in the contingency theory. And we see the view, if you see the view of systems theory, this systems theory has general view. It has a general view of the organizational variables such as technical aspects, social aspects, personal aspects, structural and external variables. So it has a general view. Systems approach has a general view, and the variables are technical aspects, social aspects, personal, structural, etc. Whereas if you go to the contingency theory, the view is it is a specific view. It is specific. It is not general. It is specific view. How the organization gets adjusted with the environmental demands. how we get adjusted, that is, so it is specific oriented, whereas the systems theory is general oriented, general view. Okay, so if you compare with the organizations, the systems theory, it is for all organizations, the systems theory is similar. Whereas in the contingency theory, each individual organization is considered to be unique in nature. Every organization is unique in nature. So we can't generalize in the contingency theory. So the relationship between organization and environment is not clearly explained in case of systems theory. Whereas if you take the contingency theory, here everything is explained very clearly, the relationship between the organization and the environment. And nature, if you take the nature as the basis, the systems theory, systems approach is more what we call complex, and also it is not clear, unclear in nature. Whereas the contingency theory is practical oriented, and also it is action oriented theory. Okay. Next, we have another slide. This is regarding the functions of management. As you know, management act as an important function in every organization. Functions of management are always connected with each other through different departments. We have production department, we have a human resource management department, we have financial management department, material management, etc. So the basic functions of management are always we have to keep it in mind: planning, organizing, staffing, and directing, coordinating, reporting, budgeting. So this is a very important, and this we can in an easy way we can remember by the starting letters P, O, S, D, C, R, B. So P stands for planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. So here, just as an idea I have given, when we go for further reading there, the functions of management will be studied in a very detailed way. Okay, next we have another concept which is skills of manager. As you know, what are the skills of a manager? We have 4 skills. For example, technical skills, we have human skills, we have conceptual skills, and design skills. When we focus on the technical skills, they refer to the ability to perform the tasks with the help of resources in a specific field. So what you'll be whatever the resources available and your ability to perform the task. So that is about the technical skill. And coming to the human skills, here it refers to the ability to work effectively, what we call with a group. That is very important. See, you are not isolated. You are working in a team. You are working in a group. So how effectively you are working, that is the human skill. So as a here what happens now, as a part of the team, how you maintain cordial working relations with the other members of the organization, that is very important. So you have to be friendly with others, you have to mingle with others, we have to work in teams, we have to work in groups. So these are the skills which are required. These are the human skills which are essentials for a manager. Next, coming to the conceptual skills, here it refers to the ability of the manager to supervise the organization as a whole and to understand the relationship existing between the internal and also the external factors. So internal factors and external factors, how there is a relationship and how he has to coordinate the relationship, and as a manager he has to supervise everything what is taking place in the entire organization. So this is about the conceptual skills. He has to have a clear idea about the what we call ability to manage and supervise the entire organization. And coming to the design skills, it is the ability of the manager to solve the organizational problems. So any problem arises, how best I can solve it. That is regarding the design skills. So Finally, we have a very important concept, scientific management, and also the principles of scientific management. So this is the concept which we have to learn. So, as you know, scientific management is nothing but what we call kind of management which conducts a business by standards established. We have certain standards like facts, truths gained through systematic observation, experiment, or reasoning. So it's all based on scientific aspects, and that according to Taylor, initiated the scientific management in industry in four spheres, and based on standardization, based on time, task study, systematic selection and training, and pay incentives. So therefore, he has developed this concept of scientific management in industry on four principles like standardization, time and task study, systematic selection and training, and paying incentives. So how best we can do the work, accordingly the pay package will be or incentives will be allocated or paid. Okay, so coming to the principles of scientific management, we have five principles, replacing rule of thumb with science. See here, scientific method denotes precision in determining any aspect of work. We give lot of importance to the precision. And also here what happens now, we are replacing the rule of thumb. Okay, since exactness of various aspects of work like fair work, standardization in work, okay, what is the price rate for payment of what we call wages, etc., is the basic core of scientific management. So here we are replacing the thumb rule with science. Okay, so we give importance to the standardization in work, we give importance to the fair work, and we also give importance to the piece rate for payment, etc. So this is regarding the scientific management. However, the principle of rule of thumb replaced with science. And we have another important principle in scientific management, which is nothing but harmony in group action. So whenever we are working in an industry or in a factory, group harmony suggests that there should be mutual give and take situation and proper understanding, so that the groups as a whole contribute to the maximum. So that is very, very important. And as an individual you are contributing, good. At the same time you have to see as a group how best you are working as in teams, in a group. So the group harmony plays a very important role, and give and take policies should be there, such type of situation should be there, and proper understanding among the group members is quite essential, and such that it helps in to get maximum output. Okay, it contributes to the maximum. Next, cooperation. Third point is cooperation. Scientific management involves achieving cooperation rather than chaotic individualism. See, as an individual will be working, but a major role is scientific management. Always it focuses on achieving cooperation among the group members. Cooperation between management and workers can be developed through mutual understandings, and also the change in thinking. This is very important. The thinking should be changed. We as a team have to work as for the success of the organization. The group effort is essential. So this type of thinking, the change in thinking is very much required, and cooperation plays a very important role. Next important principle in scientific management is maximum output. Scientific management involves continuous increase in production and productivity instead of restricted production either by management or by workers. Always it wants to focus on the increase in production. Taylor was against inefficiency and deliberate curtailment of production. So here this is very important. We have to see that efficiency is increased, and also we have to see that much increase in production takes place. Next, fifth point is development of workers. Development of workers to the fullest extent possible for their own and for the cooperative highest prosperity is essential. Training should be provided to workers to keep them fully fit according to the requirement of new methods of working. So as and when any latest machinery arrives or any latest changes in the workplace takes place, training is essential, and the workers are to be trained such that when the development of workers takes place, automatically the output will improve. So these are the concepts which we have studied, and with these fundamental concepts, we are able to go ahead and we can study in detail regarding the concepts in the concepts related to management. Okay, thank you very much.